I am currently on phase 3 of my 180 and 180. So just finished up phase 2 about like a week ago. Just started this whole phase 3. Basically, the whole point of phase 3 is just momentum. Going from phase 2 and just carrying over pretty much everything I've been doing and just doing it, just better. So for the most part, the habit's going to be pretty much the same. Diet's pretty much the same. Just everything overall is just the same. Just going to be doing it a lot more intensely. So I'm going to go over kind of phase 2 real quick, just kind of a quick recap of it. So some things that changed that I noticed from the start of phase 2 till the end of phase 2 to where I'm at now is basically one, I have gotten a lot leaner, which is really nice to see. But it hasn't really affected my strength overall. It was a very gradual decline of fat, but without losing much muscle, which I was really happy about that. I am getting more flexible overall. My body just overall is just more mobile. I have less pain in my hips, my back, my posture has gotten better, and just overall everything is feeling a lot more fluid and better. One of the new things I added with phase 2 was cold showers. And at first I thought that I was going to hate them, and not saying I love cold showers, but it is definitely a great way to start my day. Because one of the things I've changed is I delay my caffeine intake until about 60 to 90 minutes after the time I wake up. So in the morning, I kind of need something to help kind of jumpstart my day. My new routine is I wake up, I drink some water just because I'm super dehydrated. And then I go into the bathroom, just go right into the shower, turn on some cold water, do a full shower routine, and that's how I start my day. So I'm not necessarily doing it for a dopamine effect or anything like that. It's just more of just to honestly wake me up. And I feel like doing a hard thing first thing in the morning is a great way to start the rest of your day, because basically anything you do afterwards is going to be a lot easier to approach knowing that you already did something hard. And honestly, for the cold showers, the first week, it really was a struggle to just basically get in there, turn the water on. You're kind of just staring at the head of the shower, just waiting for it to turn on, but you have to manually pull it. So for me, that first week was really hard. Now I don't even think about it. It's just built into my routine where I just wake up, just go do my full shower, everything like that. If I end up taking 2 showers during the day, one later at night, I actually do take a warm shower just because typically when you're closer to bed, you want to have warm water. It's going to help with your sleep, getting more sleepy, tired, etc. Cold showers are definitely better earlier in the day because they're going to kind of help wake you up in a way that you don't want to have happen before bed. One of the things that I really struggled with though was the journaling, because the journaling for me was pretty much I just do it on my phone, in a notes app. But I've honestly been slacking a lot from that. And I think the main reason being is that I just haven't taken the time to truly just figure out what specifically I want to journal. Pretty much all the journaling I've been doing is just 3 intentions for the day and 3 wins from the day and a lesson I learned from the day. And for me, it just seemed like it was getting kind of repetitive where I was just kind of writing the same amount of things. So I was like, well, what's the point of doing it? So that was one of the things that I definitely did slip up on. I need to find a different way to go about it because I think journaling is helpful, but having a daily journal isn't necessarily going to be the best thing. It's just more so the habit of just writing your thoughts down is what I was going for. But it just slowly evolved into just I have to do this thing that I don't even care about because, like I said, it's just pretty much the same thing just written over and over again. But by the end of phase 2, honestly, everything felt really great. It feels like I've just basically changed a lot of habits about myself in terms of mentally, physically, etc. So obviously with phase 3, the whole premise is just momentum. Because with me, as a lot of you guys know, if you've been following this journey, I've suffered from a lot of chronic pain and just overall issues that I've had my entire life. And honestly, I never could really find the true answer for what would actually fix it, which is why I started this whole thing, was then that way I could basically just do a self-experiment on myself, find what works for me, what doesn't work for me, and if people have similar issues, they can basically pull parts of it, try it themselves, etc. Obviously, some of the finds that I found was just overall just muscle tightness, specifically in the hip area, the pelvic area, my hamstrings, quads, all my lower body, as well as like my neck, my scapula, and my traps as well. So kind of a whole bunch of stuff that was going on. And through phase 1, 2, and now through phase 3, I've just basically been narrowing it more down to find like specific things that I can address and that have been helping me kind of feel better, move better, and just overall assisting me. I also like the fact that I am documenting all of this, because in that way, if people are having similar issues, like I said, they can look at me and see what I've done and then know that like if I can do it, you guys can do it. And hopefully I can give you guys some like tips, best practices, just overall general guidance of what worked personally for me, so you guys can try it out, see if it gives you guys a similar effect. I wanted to kind of discuss some changes that I'm going to be making with my channel overall. So originally when I started posting on like social media, it was kind of just like memes, just funny stuff, like workout stuff. It wasn't really like anything like directional. But one of the big things that I want to have happen with this channel is obviously I want to continue doing the documenting of like my personal journey, but I also want to start adding more educational content for people that, like I said, are going through similar issues as me. So maybe just going into like deeper dives of like what specific mobility exercises someone should be doing and based on what kind of issues they are having. Kind of give you guys some more content on like the mental side, the physical side, things that you could be changing about your diet, your sleep routine, just like a whole bunch of different things. I think that would be the most valuable, because these types of videos where I'm talking to the camera just about my own journey, it's more selfish, honestly. It's just my own thing. But I think giving you guys a more concrete style of here's the issue, here's what you could do to fix it, that would be a better alternative for a lot of videos, because then that way you guys can actually learn from them and implement them rather than just watching me do whatever I do. I've also had people reach out and ask about if I do any like personal training or anything for this kind of stuff. I used to do personal training for free not that long ago, but I have stopped it because my main focus isn't necessarily on helping individuals yet. What I want to have happen is I want to fix a lot of my issues first and then kind of like learn from my own mistakes, know what works, what doesn't work. So that way, if I do something like that in the future, I can have a better toolkit to assist people, because I just don't feel like I'm at the stage where I can truly like do that and actually justify being able to fully help people in the way that I want them to be helped. So going forward with phase 3, like I said, the main things is just going to be momentum overall. So just carrying over the things that I've already been doing and just implementing them into this new phase. One of the big changes, I guess, quote unquote big changes, is on Sundays, I just do a longer mobilization training than what I do throughout the week. Main reason for that is I just want to be able to recover from the previous week and prepare my body for the next week. So I figure a more dedicated long mobilization session would definitely help with that. Some of my physical goals is obviously I still want to continue my journey in the gym, getting more flexible, more mobile, stronger, etc. I do want to get leaner, and when I say leaner, I don't mean like bodybuilder type of lean. I just want to get lean enough where I feel good, I look good, but it's not causing any effects on my hormones, my mental health, my physical health, anything like that. So finding out basically how lean I can get while still staying healthy overall, naturally. And then one of the goals I have for the content is, like I was saying earlier, just start making more educational content for you guys. I already have a video in the works where I'm doing research for it right now, where it's just going to be going over some of the things that I have dealt with during this whole experiment, and also kind of like what to do, what you shouldn't do, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really hoping that you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, and also that I can make enough of it soon enough to actually help people that need it. And then, like I said, maybe eventually down the line, if coaching thing is something that people want, I might entertain that fact, but as of now, it's just going to be pretty much off the table until at least I finish this whole 180 and 180, because I don't want to be putting too many things on my plate to take me away from like what the true goal was, which was honestly turning my life around in 180 days. And I just really wanted to focus on fixing my issues first, and then also kind of delving into more of that educational style video making, because that allows me to learn while also educating other people. Whereas if I do personal training or anything like that, it's very one-on-one, and it's not necessarily as beneficial as making videos where multiple people can watch it. Plus that's free, it's easy to do, so I'd rather be doing that for now. But like I said, in the future, it could change. But yeah, since phase 3 is called momentum, basically what that means to me is just doing everything I've been doing, just better. And hopefully you guys will start seeing some results from me at a more rapid rate, just because I'll be doubling down on pretty much everything I have been doing. Phase 1 and 2 were pretty much just laying the foundation for a lot of the habits, doing a lot of tests to kind of see like what works, what doesn't work. But now with phase 3, I feel like it's pretty much set in stone with most of the things I'm doing. And it's allowed me to have a good baseline of daily activities to go hit, while also giving me the flexibility where I can change things, add things, and kind of experiment while still maintaining that baseline that I have set in stone. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Wanted it honestly really short, just a quick little update. I don't think these videos need to be that long. It's just kind of going over previous phases, this current phase, small changes, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to follow my journey, you could check out the Instagram or TikTok. It's just djp.unfinished for both of them. I post daily vlogs on there, pretty much just going through what I do during the day in regards to my 180 and 180. Occasionally I'll be posting, like I said, educational videos. Mainly they're gonna be on YouTube. There probably will be some short form content that I'll make as well. So if you guys want to check that stuff out, sweet. If you guys like these types of videos, let me know. If there's anything you guys want seen changed about these types of videos, let me know as well. But yeah, if you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe, so that way you guys can follow my journey, and stay tuned for the next video.